Alright, we're live. Hello, everyone. It's Aiden. Very delayed. Once again, this is a twofer covering 2 weeks. But not very great, because I've definitely fallen off of the wagon of kind of keeping notes on my progress, if that hasn't already been evident in previous videos. But yeah, covering the past 2 weeks on a Saturday after the second week and not exactly on the date. But as far as overall progress of hormone therapy, the facial hair is slowly coming in. Starting to get a little bit of patchwork on both sides. Not symmetrical by any means. Also, I'm very sorry for how, like, here we go. I have to hold the camera, honestly, because it's charging. Didn't charge it last night, and the charge cable is like pushing it a little bit otherwise. But anyway, more and more people are hearing the voice differences. Actually, I think it was last weekend, I was playing Overwatch, and I was correctly gendered in what people were hearing, which is very, very reassuring. And yeah, so a lot of like straight voice interactions are very easy now. Of course, in a physical space, people automatically assume, which, you know, we still need to really work on educating people about, you know, we trans and non-binary and genderqueer folk, but that's a whole different topic to talk about, and a whole discussion forum that should be had. But anyway, I actually just got off the phone about 10 minutes ago now with someone who I might be moving in with. It was just a Craigslist offer, and I know that, you know, you're supposed to be careful with those things. I gave up holding the phone because my hand was getting tired. But I actually spoke to the guy on the phone, and seemed very nice, and I wanted to talk about it more because, as someone who's trans, it's very nerve-wracking, and that's exactly what I said to the guy on the phone. It's very nerve-wracking for someone like me to go and to, you know, look at classified ads like that on Craigslist or on a public space where people are like, oh, you know, looking for roommate, you know, X, Y, and Z, because a lot of these people, when they list, you know, their kind of qualifications for a new roommate, you know, a lot of them, not all of them, and this one was not gendered, but a lot of them are. And so a lot of them go on to say, oh, looking for male roommate, looking for female roommate, must be, you know, blah, 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 age specification and all of that. But for trans people, you know, depending on the person, they don't see trans people as the gender that they're identifying as. So for someone like me, you know, if I answer an ad, you know, requesting for a male roommate, you know, if the person is not, you know, very, you know, whatever you want to make the word, conscientious or enlightened or whatever, of actual, you know, zeitgeist, whatever. I'm losing my train of thought, but either way, they could very easily misgender me and say, oh, I mean, you're not a male, so why you don't fulfill these requirements? So that's what's in the back of my mind constantly. I don't even look at those ads, or if I do, I'm just like, well, I definitely can't talk to this person because that's probably far too long of a conversation for either of us to have. and it may or may not even go well. And that's the anxiety a lot of trans people face just in general for a lot of things that people take for granted, you know, in any facet, especially with the bathroom thing and things that have been brought to national attention. You know, it's rough. But I was so relieved to see this person's ad that I just spoke to, because it basically went on about, this is me, this is who I am, and then the person that I'd like to move in, make sure that they're not homophobic, they're not transphobic, they're not anything. And so the moment that I saw that, I was like, oh wow, because I've been looking on Craigslist for quite a while, because I've been looking into new living arrangements for a little bit now, because my lease is coming up to its end. But that was the first person in all of what I had seen that explicitly wrote out something along the lines of, basically marking themselves as someone who is not transphobic and didn't need like a gender parameter for their roommate. And that is so valuable to folks like me, to non-binary folks who don't necessarily identify as trans but are definitely of a gender alignment that is not typical. So for those of you who may be watching that haven't given that particular aspect thought, it's definitely worth thinking over and looking into, and seeing just how common it is that you have people who don't necessarily cater to everyone when listing things or particular discussion topics, or making weird gendered separations when none need to be made. But beyond that, I still have to do my 3-month checkup appointment. They never called me back when I kind of set back my date to set up my appointment from me initially having to move the original date back because I was in Florida for work. So have to call the Mazzoni Center still for that. Oh my God. I'm just gonna get the date, whatever they have for me is what I'm taking. Because it is important to me to make sure that if any weird, invisible health things have occurred, I need to make sure that I'm on top of it. Because it is important to me, especially because, and I mean this is from my own eating habits in general, but I've visibly and definitely been gaining weight back. I stopped doing keto, and of course that's the main agitator of gaining weight in this instance. But I also want to make sure that testosterone is not making that even more of a volatile change going forward. Luckily, I seem to be about at the same weight that I was pre-T and pre-keto. Haven't really gotten any worse from that or beyond that point. But yeah, this is week, if memory serves, week 16 and 17. So that means, I can't do math, 4 months. 4 months on testosterone. Holy shit. If I also look like garbage, it's because it's the weekend now, and plus I'm wearing a Hulk shirt, which has that musculature outline and stuff. It's fun. PJs. But yeah, thank you so much for keeping in touch with me, for watching this and supporting me. Even if it's just a number of views, that really does mean a lot to me. Because that means people care. It means people care enough to watch the chronicling of something like this. And it goes a lot farther than you may know. But thank you. I'm going to try to get back on track with life and with these videos actually coming out every Wednesday. Not that they're for much at the moment, other than kind of tracking my own progress, which the details are becoming a bit foggier because a lot of the initial changes and hair growth, which is a big part of it, has happened a whole lot, and so really the only changes further that are going to happen are just going to be, it feels like, more subtle, because my features will start to harden more in the next 6 months and beyond, or 6, there are 12 months in a year, 8 months and beyond, and I'm excited, and I'm gonna actually start trying to work towards top surgery, because right now I'm 28. I definitely want to have top surgery before I'm 30. I want to do a lot of things before I'm 30. 2 of them are very expensive, and one of them is top surgery. But yeah, that's definitely in the pipeline. But now I think I'm just rambling, or going to start rambling, and make this video even longer than the 11 minutes and 30 seconds it's already at. So, I will see you guys later. Have a great day, have a great week. Well, not even a full week until I upload next, but bye.